This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, Fly Man Rain.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building. We back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513 Sports and Spirits Friday. It's been a good while since we did one of these, honestly.
Man, actually on a Friday for real, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely been a little minute.
And I'm on. You know.
Yeah, and Doc actually on time too. Actually at the start of the show, he on here on Friday.
Still got a dress shirt on, so you know
dress shirt.
From work. Like
actually on video on a Friday too. Actually on video on Friday. Usually be
bro, like
on audio Friday.
It's not a good sign because that means I was at work way too long for a Friday today. If I got
we caught you sober. That's the good news. That's the good news.
Right? Yeah.
Good enough. You ain't turned up yet.
Sober. The stuff I've been dealing with today, I had to tell you, brothers. It's
oh Lord.
Oh, that's me.
I want to hear.
That just means as soon as we hop off there,
we're gonna hear a crazy story. I'm ready to hear. I'm ready to hear that crazy story when we get out here.
Man, Shadeur ain't been drafted yet, fellas.
Man, I mean, we know like that's the talk of all sports world.
That's the headline right now.
Playoffs, everything. Like, yeah.
If you was a mock draft from last year, number one pick, always, for all the way up till recently.
That's the reason he came back. I wanted to be shot to be the number one pick. Remember that?
And she was up there for all year. It seems like, and then when the draft, when the NFL teams actually got free, they got to actually go analyze the draft prospects. He started sliding. I seen, man.
And the emergence of Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward balled out, and his tape was looking good. I guess he did good in them interviews. Guess he was doing good in pro days and shit. So
the boy from Mississippi ain't better than him though.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
that's toss up. That's what I've been hearing. It's toss up. I haven't seen enough of him, so I can't speak to that. Enough. I thought it was a bit of a stretch for them to trade up and get him. I thought so, but like I was just talking about off air, if they can keep Dayball there, if he can keep his job there, he's gonna get developed good because he ain't gonna be expected to start next year at all. So as long as he can sit back and learn, and Dayball can kind of whisper, be that QB whisper like he was Josh Allen early on. When he got there with Josh Allen, he's gonna have him looking good when he actually gets chances to start. But if he go out there and they fire Dayball after this year, or he starts early on, I don't see it turning out good for him.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna start early on. Well, definitely not this year. I mean, you got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston ahead of you.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
You're gonna be third string quarterback at best this year.
They got the one boy still there, the Mafia dude too, right? What's his name?
Danny DeVito.
DeVito gone.
He gone.
He will be. Season start, he will be.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone. I think Jackson Dart gonna be the third stringer.
He a good back. He good to win one game. If you're out for the season, you're in trouble. But like if it's one game, if it's one game,
unexpectedly, he gonna catch you off guard and he gonna turn up.
And the mob gonna make sure he always had a job at the NFL, so he good.
That's facts, man. That's facts. That's facts, man.
So
but I do think he's gonna be good if they can keep him, because I think they just banked on his size. I think he has more physical traits than Shadeur has. So Shadeur he ain't the biggest guy, he ain't the strongest guy. Jackson Dart is at least big and strong, and if they can teach him how to actually develop into a good NFL quarterback, he's gonna be solid.
And he has better arm skill.
Yeah, he got better arm talent. He's a better raw prospect. So I think they picked out. We got Jameis, we got Russell this year. We're gonna have them to sit on. We're gonna put ice this kid, put him on ice, and really just groom him into the player we need him to be. And if you got that prototype already, I'll take that prototype over Shadeur's prototype. I prefer bigger quarterbacks personally too. So that's what I would go with.
And plus, last thing, it doesn't hurt that he comes from the Lane Kiffin tree.
I think him not going in the first round is a clear sign that they're saying, we ain't dealing with Sanders. It's more about the last name than it is to me, than it is about talent. Because I mean, I think he was good enough to be a first round pick. I really do. But those kind of what we talked to, just the attitude and the way he was probably talking in the meetings, and it's like, yeah, you know, you kind of on the edge. I think you got the it factor kid, a high ceiling, but it's like, I don't want to deal with your attitude. And it ain't, you know, I just don't want to deal with it. I think that's what a lot of teams are going through. Now, I think he should go in the second round. And he'll go in the second round, third round at the latest. But he'll be all right. I think it's for him right now, it's for an NFL team. What I'm thinking now is low risk, high reward. You could definitely take a shot on. He definitely a second round pick. He pan out great. If not, you know, we ain't burning a first round pick on him.
Yeah, well.
Nah, in the NFL, them second round picks still kind of valuable.
I mean, but if you need a quarterback, it's a good risk.
Yeah, it's like it's a good risk. It's like it's low risk, high reward on that one. He's worth a second round pick, and if I think NFL executives would be okay with taking that L on that second round pick like him. It's like, okay, well, shit, you know, because I think he has a really high ceiling if he turns out to be what he is. But like, you know,
and if he turned out to be what he is, he's gonna be like box office is his name too. He's gonna be box office. Yeah. If he turned out to be what he's gonna be. So I think it's a very high risk, but it's also a very high reward.
I think right now the risk is just getting lower and lower though. The further he drops, the risk gets
right now. I think it is. Yeah, first round. I mean, I won't say first round. I think as a first top 10 pick, I think it was a higher risk.
Very high risk. Yeah, it was high risk.
I think when you get down to like the Pittsburgh pick, I think that would have been a nice pick for them. I think they had 21st pick. That would have been a good pick for them.
I don't know what they doing, bro.
I mean,
they need a quarterback.
Their fans are not too happy.
Yeah, the consensus I've known for at least fans that just around me, most of them wanted them to get Shadeur. Like he's there. Yeah, he was supposed to be a top 5 pick. Why not grab him?
They fell in their lap and they didn't take him.
I mean, honestly, I think it's just. I know the Steelers fans, they ain't gonna like it, but I think they communicate with Rodgers, bro. I think if they don't take a quarterback like in the second round, I think they're putting all their eggs on Aaron Rodgers not retiring, bro.
Even if you get Aaron Rodgers, why not get Shadeur to sit behind Aaron Rodgers? Why not?
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers got a year, two best.
Two at best. At best. You know, so I would have got him even you know, if you plan on getting Aaron Rodgers, he might not even come there. What if he end up going somewhere else? You don't know what he's going to do. He's already playing. He's playing a game that Brett Favre played. I don't know if I want to play anymore. I don't know where I want to go. Like, come on, bro, make up your mind.
But to your point, Ryan, like we talked about a little bit off air. I mean, at 21st, the kid they got from Oregon, like I said, he's a dog.
He's good. He's good.
He's good. Fact that he fell to him at 21, I think that was still with Pittsburgh. I said we do know they need a quarterback. I mean, but hell, like I said, they can still move up in the second round and get him.
I think that's what they should do. I think they should move. I think you said they had 34th pick, but you do got the Browns picking twice before them, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have to make a move.
The Browns got the 1st and 4th pick, and the Raiders got. I think he goes in the first 8 picks because it's the Browns got the 1st and 4th pick. The Raiders got the 5th pick. Then the Saints got the 8th pick.
I'll tell you this: if Cleveland doesn't take him with the very first pick in the second round, that opens the door for Pittsburgh to trade with either the Texans or the Titans to go up and get him. But if Shadeur, if they don't do that, Shadeur gets that second Browns pick, he's going to Cleveland.
I can see that happening for sure.
Hey, if he ain't picked by number 12, Cowboys, hey man, I'm just saying. Come on. hey, he there. Come on. Hey, Jerry, just saying, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice for y'all too. I mean, especially if you plan on, like, I think this now at this point, like you said, the risk is getting lower and lower the further he slides. So,
but it also depends what team he's going to, because like he goes to Cleveland. Let's say Cleveland takes him. Like they got Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. I mean, Cleveland fans, they're going to be screaming for Shadeur to start.
Yeah,
and you don't want that.
I think Shadeur needs to sit a season.
Yep. I'm with you.
Yep.
But I don't think Browns fans is going to want to see.
They ain't going to let them. They ain't
always get the fans what they want. We done learned that early. You cannot get always
the hard way.
They want.
That's true.
because I know myself included would have thrown some people in the fray way before they was ready. I know I would have. So, and the Browns, hopefully, I hope he don't go to the Browns anywhere else but the Browns.
I mean, I think for his sake, yeah, I'm not worried about because I do root for the Bengals. Being Cincinnati, we do root for the Bengals. I do at least root for the Bengals here. Yeah. I won't be worried about that for the Bengals' sake because the Browns always end up ruining their quarterbacks. I more so feel like that for his sake because if he go there, it's
that's
like,
what I mean. Yeah.
Damn.
Cleveland is destined not to be it. So, but I think overarching, I think this is kind of what we was talking about, and it was kind of a little bit in a different context to when we talked about leadership in the past. But I think that attitude is translated over, and I think that's kind of what a lot of these NFL execs aren't liking because they're looking like, okay, he's very arrogant, he's cocky, they like the confidence. I'm sure someone like that, but it's like that. I think some of them are probably worried about if that's going to translate to an NFL locker room. That has to be some of the concern because I'm not even an NFL scout, and I know that's part of my concern for him.
No, I think more. I think it's more. I think basically to your point, basically it's more of the last name. I think they're just tired of. I think they low key hate what Deion is doing. Like I said, boosting this. Like I said, influences. Like basically making Shadeur who he is. Like I said, turn him into what he is.
It's both though, bro. It's both. I mean,
I think it's a little bit of both.
All the stuff that they're saying about him, he's in a. What's the right way of saying it? He be acting a little bit more than what he done put on. Like I said early on the show Wednesday, he be acting like he got that Deion Sanders attitude, but he just ain't do what Deion did. And then he was a good college football, real good college football player.
He ain't got the Deion skill. He not like he.
But he got the same attitude though, and with Deion Sanders,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
Deion Sanders
who gave him the attitude though? That was Pops.
And that was biting. But Pops had, and this is again, no really hit it Shadeur, but like Deion was next world, and it was like I don't care what he says. I'm taking him. You know what I'm saying? He could have said anything. I'm getting Deion Sanders.
Yeah, because the skill he had, the skill he showed on the field. Shadeur, he good, but he ain't showed that skill.
He ain't Deion, and he's a great football player. Like he had a great college, but he just ain't. He ain't the where it's like. So these NFL teams is like, well, we just can get. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah,
Deion Sanders, they like, well, we're dealing with it. Get him.
I mean, but I feel with that, like I said, with that, then if the GM's doing that, then like I say, I think that's you almost. I get what you're saying about as far as he doesn't have basically what Rand's point said earlier. He doesn't have that one skill that makes him stand out to be a top quarterback. But as far as him being who he is, as far as if you call it arrogance, cockiness, or whatever it is, then I feel like that's almost a shot of how Deion raised his kids because all his kids are like that. And granted, they all don't have the talent like a Deion on the field, but he raised all his kids to be that confidence and swagger.
I like his confidence, but again, he has the same. They all got the same confidence as Deion, but Deion also that was almost from what they talked about. Obviously, I wasn't old enough to really be. From what it was a guarantee. It was like, and Shadeur ain't no guarantee. It's a high risk, high risk. In the beginning, top 5, high risk, high reward. For Deion, people was like low risk, high reward. He's gonna be good. Period.
He gonna be solid.
Like even if
Shadeur is still up in the air
of all time, you can never. They're like he's gonna be good though.
Yeah, and I don't think it's really been like that for Shadeur.
He's a really good Big 12 quarterback. It was a Big 12 quarterback of the year or something like that.
Offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Johnny Unitas he's a dog, but it's just still a lot of questions. And then with Deion Sanders, there was no questions. The question was, is he going to be there? But he was no questions about him on the football field.
I get that. Like I said, I get that, but I think those are, like I said. And we said we can move on because we're going to be arguing circles. But I think that's just two different things.
I don't think we argue. I kind of.
No, I ain't say arguing, but I'm just saying.
We're both agreeing.
I just feel like we're disagreeing about. We're talking about his on the field talent compared to how he acts like his personality. Like those are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's more off field for stuff for him though. I think he has the talent to have been drafted in the first round, but I think that off the field stuff, because we're just hearing about it so much, and the anonymous GMs and stuff have said it multiple, where it's just like, they just ain't feeling him like that. And a lot of that is, I think it's some of it's not him, and it's Deion hate as well. I do agree with you where they wanted to say something, but this is their way of getting at Deion.
Now it's time.
But you can't get it, Deion, because I'm the GOAT of my position.
Deion was doing that. Deion was like that, but his son ain't like that. And you act like you like that though. And now we got something to pick on.
And they don't want to put a name on it because they don't want no troubles with Deion either. So it's always gonna be anonymous because I would never say that to you, bro, because they know it's gonna be some repercussions too.
Yeah, I mean, but and we see this every year with the draft. Like I said, they say this about damn near every talented black quarterback that comes out. Hell, we heard it last year with Caleb Williams. We heard it years ago with Lamar Jackson. The GMs always say this anonymous bullshit, but like you said, to the point, going back to the point, Caleb Williams had something special about him. Lamar had something special about him that they were willing to. Well, I mean, granted, they weren't as cocky as Shadeur, but if Shadeur, like I said, if Shadeur had that one talent about him, they would have overlooked him being cocky and arrogant because
I think so too. I agree.
The risk would have, I said, it'd have been worth it. But the fact that he's just a prototypical quarterback, does everything.
Has an average skill set, average kind of build, average. He nothing really extraordinary about him. So they're like,
he go out to work. I mean that's really all it is. I almost seeing like he can become great, but he's really going to have to work now. And hopefully him falling the second round and hearing all this just add fuel to his fire.
That's what he said last night. After the first round was over, he said, unexpected, but it's adding fuel to the fire. We going to see what happens tomorrow, meaning today.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but what he said though, I think that shows some leadership. That's what a leader does. I like that. This is not what we planned.
It is what it is.
That's leadership. So if he can, if that's the attitude and that translates to a NFL locker room, he's gonna be okay. As far as leadership goes, for sure, he's gonna be all right. It's a little humble pie, but he handled it the right way. So people are like, okay. Everything I've seen has been like that was a very positive message. Like, none of us expect this, and it shouldn't have happened, but it happened. God does everything for a reason. We're gonna use this as fuel.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than a hungry person with talent, and he got talent.
He got talent.
I think he's gonna be really good or just bad. In the NFL, that's just my guess. I think being on the middle for him. I think he's gonna be really good. No, for real. I don't think he's gonna end up being. I think it's gonna be one of them situations where he's really good, or it's just like, bro, this just ain't panning out.
He ain't turn out. He ain't turn out to be good.
It just ain't panning out, bro.
Well, at this point, I think it depends where he goes to. Because honestly, I think.
That's a lot. But we don't talk about that.
That's
enough.
That's a lot of the equation though. Where you go? If you go somewhere as a shithole, you got to be really, really like that.
I'm hoping he turns out and gets to the Saints.
Yeah, if you go to the Browns, man. If you go to the Browns, it's
a wrap. I think his career it's a wrap.
It's over.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I think Kevin Stefanski is the same boat as Dayball. Like he can get fired after this year too. Then he's in ever in the spiral. So
next coach didn't
but that's how it is when you go into a bad team, and when you're good, you go to a bad team. So
more times than not, sometimes you get lucky, like C.J. Stroud did. You go to a bad team, but to get a new coach and it picks you,
right?
And you come in with him, and it's like, all right, it's a new foundation, new coach, new quarterback is my guy. So now you're there with him. So that's kind of good, but. If you go somewhere it could happen if you go somewhere like the Raiders for Shadeur. That'd be a new coach right this year for the Raiders.
That's why I say I think Raiders will be best. I think Raiders go hard because I think Tomlin is secured. Like I said, he's secured enough where he will at least have 2 or 3 years to develop.
I agree. I think those would be the two best spots for him right now. I would lean more so towards Vegas. We've already seen him and Mark Davis. In ended up being cool already. Kind of, shook hands or whatever he said. He playing here when Shadeur was there. I forget what he was there for.
And you learn from the GOAT Tom Brady too. Like,
And I don't be surprised if he ends up being a Raider. He's not slipping past.
He already signed to Tom Brady's brand, I think. So,
I think if he gets to I don't think he's gonna make it that far, but if it gets to the 5th pick, I think the Raiders pick him up. I don't see why not.
Damn, man, they got the 5th pick on. They didn't trade to get him, bro. They didn't do something.
Yeah, they're going to have to swap with either Tennessee or Houston.
My heart tells me that he's going
Browns try to get him, bro. I don't want the Browns to get him, man.
I mean,
I don't want to go to the
Browns. It's a smart pick for the Browns at this point, and you get 2 in a row.
For them, it's smart, but man, for him, I'll be like, damn, it's Deion. What's where you need to work with your magic? He said earlier, he put up the last show. We talked about this, like what last year, T. We said, me and you said, Doc, that Deion got pulled. Deion used that pull. The Browns tried to draft his son, called him niggas and say, do not pick my son. He ain't coming there, niggas. I don't care if he's 2nd round pick. We're gonna wait 3rd round, 4th round. We don't give a fuck.
I'm with him though. Like shit, if it was my son,
you ain't going to Cleveland, bro. I'm sorry.
I'd rather you just drop. Like, okay, he'll make less money. That's okay. Just drop. No, we're not playing for Cleveland.
No, we'll wait. There's a 3rd, 4th round. I'm sorry.
Cleveland is the only team that I will be okay if he comes in. Like, I'm just not playing for them.
It's not happening.
Yeah, he would take a PR hit, but I think more people.
He already is. They already are. They already hate y'all, and then what it seems like they already don't fuck with y'all as it is. So at this point, sling a dick around, bro. That shit happen.
I mean, but you can. But like I said,
nah, man.
Once they draft you, bro, he got his rights for 4 years.
Yeah. Eli Manning, they had the rights for him too, and Jay Cutler and boys.
You see what happened. You see what happened.
but
niggas elsewhere.
They had something special about him at the time.
And Shadeur got something special about him too.
Yeah. He's still good enough to where he's like, bro, I'm not playing for y'all, bro. No. And somebody else is like, we'll still take him. Like Tom Brady is not gonna let him. If he say that to the Browns, Tom Brady is gonna be like, we'll trade what y'all want for him, a 3rd round pick, 5th round, 4th round, what y'all want. We'll go ahead and come in and say today and get him. Like, come on, we're not about to just let him.
Yeah, I think at this point he needs to be worrying about fit and that because the 1st round he got the money. So he got his own money. Now he needs to just worry about fit.
Yep, facts. So, and right now, like we say, I think the best fit for him would be I think first will be Las Vegas, then Pittsburgh.
Saints.
Yeah, or Saints. That'd be number 3 for me, Saints.
Yeah, and he could always come to the Steelers. Yeah. So the Browns.
Saints won't be that bad, but I'd rather go to the Saints than the Browns. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not going to Cleveland. Yeah. Not going to Cleveland, man.
You could always come to Dallas, though. We love. Come on.
I ain't going there either, man. I ain't going there either. I'm cool.
He
go there. He guaranteed to get paid. He go there. He guaranteed to get paid. Jerry gonna pay him.
Gonna get numbers too.
Jerry gonna pay him for sure. You
gonna get numbers.
Yeah.
Is there you might you will win a Super Bowl? Probably not. But you're gonna have big numbers. You'll be top 5 in the MVP race if you're good enough. And
that's facts.
If he's that, I mean,
if he's that, maybe he's able to show up in the 4th quarter and win a game that actually matters, unlike somebody else on the team.
Our current quarterback, huh?
Oh yeah, maybe. But what do I know?
You said what?
I said, but what do I know? I guess we got a quarterback, maybe.
Yeah, $60 million. Well, I know he restructured his deal this year, but
crazy.
But I mean, it wouldn't be a bad fit for him. CeeDee Lamb there, and he wouldn't have to play right away. I think it would put pressure on Dak to actually play very well because Dallas is, they would
fan base gonna be like,
so he would have to come in and be, play. I think
fan base gonna be looking.
I think if it drops down there, Dallas needs to, somehow he gets to that. They need to consider it because they talked about it some. Well, they've talked. I think they need to consider, and that's me being serious at this point. I would seriously consider it if he made it. I don't think he's gonna
go far enough. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be there. Somebody they're gonna trade up to get him, or like you said, Browns gonna snag him up. Unfortunately.
If I'm the Browns, and they know because the Browns know if he won't play there. I think the insiders know that. At this point.
Yeah, they should know.
If I'm the Browns, I grab him and then trade bait. 1 and 4, I'm trade baiting.
I mean, that'll give you at least another pick, at least some more draft capital. You can at least get an extra pick out of it.
No, I think the Browns done trading back. Hell, they already did it when they traded back the 2 pick. they got a haul for Travis Hunter.
Yeah, that was a great trade.
Oh yeah,
for
I
them.
can talk about that before I get off. I get out here in a second. Travis Hunter, I'm happy that he went to the Jags. Like,
I'm sure he's happy too. I'm sure he's happy.
Hey, better city to live in. I know he was like, let's go.
Especially since he's from Florida too, so he's going back near his hometown. You know, so I know his family happy.
Weather better.
Weather way better. You're playing with Trevor Lawrence, even though Trevor Lawrence is a little bit on the waiver side right now. We don't know how well he's going to turn out to be, but hey, I won't be mad if I'll be happy.
Shout out to Fred Taylor because I was watching the pivot. He called that 4 hours before the draft. He said Jacksonville was going to make a move. I didn't know that was a move he was talking about, but yeah, and they made a splash. So yeah, Fred Taylor knew.
Big splash. They gave a lot to get him. Man, but I think it was a good move for them. They got the guy who I think they said fits their culture. So yeah, it'll be all right.
It's all about how they handle him, how they work him into their system.
But they said they're gonna have him primarily playing wide receiver, and they're gonna have some cornerback packages for him on defense. So we'll see how it looks.
So they're gonna turn into a wide receiver first.
I probably would have did the opposite way. I probably would have had him play primarily cornerback and have packages for him on wide receiver. And then, have him work his way in, and then if he becomes better wide receiver, then, switch him the other way around. But I would have him playing primarily more so on defense to start out, probably.
But for him being the number 2, because Brian Thomas, the kid last year, he had a breakout rookie year.
He balled out.
Them 2. So, I think as long as Trevor Lawrence stays healthy and
I'm about to say, he got to stay healthy. He got to actually show up to play, man, because he be up and down. And it's not he really cared too much about winning too much, man, it seems like. So. Interested to see how they'll turn out. Hopefully, they turn out good, man.
And they announced he is playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But all right, brothers, I got to slide. I got some plans to get to a little birthday party here. I had to hop on.
All right, brother.
Wrap it on.
Y'all.
Yes, sir.
You too, brother. But yeah, good move, good fit for Travis Hunter. Like I said, now we can root for him.
Yeah, for sure. Now I can root for him without having to be like, damn, I want them to lose, but I want them to play well. Root for him wholeheartedly now. Hey man, real quick, shout out. We got over 100 people in here right now. Most on Twitter. We got some on YouTube, some on Facebook. So shout out to y'all rocking with us right now. You see us scroll at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you follow us everywhere, especially y'all on X, our Twitter. Y'all watching there right now. Make sure y'all follow us. Please hit us up on there, man. Go to our YouTube and subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Twitch at the bottom of the screen, everywhere else too.
Leave it in the comments, man. Where y'all think Shadeur gonna end up? The draft is about to kick off here about 7 minutes, so we will probably be on possibly when he gets drafted, and we'll have instant reaction to that.
Yeah, we shall see.
All right, real quick, before Shadeur gets drafted, let's talk a little NBA last night.
Yeah. Great games last night.
Let's go and start. Both were blowouts as far as the Western Conference goes.
Yeah. I was happy to see him. I was happy to see him.
Let's go and start with the first one in Memphis, where the Memphis Grizzlies blew a 26-point lead.
First off, get well soon, Ja. Hate to see you get hurt once again in the postseason. I feel like it happens most postseasons. You get hurt in the playoffs, man. Almost every time you get to playoffs. Again, just being reckless with his jumping, bro. Jumping in the air, just being reckless. Lou Dort obviously slipped you into it on purpose. So just get well soon, bro. Try to be more careful, bro, out there, bro. You say you're gonna stop jumping, stop dunking, whatever you say you're gonna stop doing. Didn't happen. But you gotta be more careful out there. You gotta be more mindful for your body, dog.
I'm going most Scottie Pippen, bro. Take the layup, bro.
Yeah. That too.
Get the layup, bro.
Yeah, trying to create a poster. Like, he's not LeBron James, bro. He's a small guy. He's a small man. He's not going to hit another.
And a frail man at that.
Yeah, he's not going to hit another 200+ pound guy and keep going forward. He's going to go the opposite way. He's not LeBron James. LeBron hit somebody, they're going to go the opposite way. He's 6'8", 240. He's 6'2", 175, probably soaking wet. Like, let's be smart here, guys.
So obviously that happened in the second quarter, and then
Yeah, we're down from
slowly
there
but
for
surely.
the Grizz.
OKC came back, man. So from what happened in your eyes? Because most teams down 26, they like, all right, chalk it up. Okay, they got one. We gonna call it off. We'll get ready for game 4. Not OKC.
In the NBA, 26 ain't really that much these days, bro. Especially when you got a defense like OKC. And what they did was just tighten up defense and went on a run. What they did was start up defensively, and of course it helped that Ja was out. Ja was playing pretty well when he went out. When he went down, so unfortunately for them, he went out. And once he went out, it just kind of turned around for them. The offense just went stale. But OKC has the ability to do that defensively, man. They're one of the best defensive teams in NBA history, like stat wise. So looking at the stats, they can turn on defensively anytime they feel like it. That's what happened.
Yeah, they slowly chipped away at the lead. Them coming out third quarter, outscoring them by 18. Played a huge factor, and like you said, I think second half the offense got stagnant. Which is also why you got to look at him. He's not going to get it, but like glad that Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't win Defensive Player of the Year because like we said last week, bro. This is the time where you got to take over in the playoffs, bro.
Yep.
Like this is where you really earn your money. Like just because you win regular season awards and you are eligible for supermax contracts, all that money, shit, you make your money. At least to me, you earn your money by how you perform in postseason. And for any team, and we talked about it before, Memphis has been great without Ja Morant in the lineup, so it shouldn't have been new that y'all blew a 26-point lead. But like you said, in today's NBA, 20-point leads, especially with that 3-ball, it ain't shit for real.
Yeah, especially if you get in the first half. That's why we're Laker fans here. If the Lakers get up 20 in the first half, I'm always like, damn, I'm not feeling too comfortable about this because we want to at least we get lazy. We're gonna get comfortable, and the other teams want to keep playing hard and come back. But yeah, you're right, man. There's no way they should have lost that game and being up that much. Even with Ja going out, like you mentioned, they play very well when Ja goes down. For his whole career, he's not played. I was looking at it earlier. He's not played more than 60 games, but once time in his career. So he goes down a lot. And they have one record when he goes down. So they used to playing without him, and they still couldn't get it done.
But I do want to give a huge and I feel like it I wouldn't say his postseason coming out party, but Chet played phenomenal last night. Yeah. Obviously, I know everybody look at the stats. They seen Shea had 31 points, but he took 26 shots. Like he
wasn't very efficient at all. He was never asked. I was looking at the box score after the game. I was like, damn, I ain't know he shot that much. I know he say he's doing his thing, hogging a little bit, but usually he gets in line a little bit more. He was not very efficient last night.
But Chet on both ends of the court, like show why he's he's a unicorn. Affected like I said, on both ends of the court, was hitting timely threes. Like I said, bro, if he's hitting that, if he hit threes like that, bro, it's scary.
Yeah, it's like a Porzingis effect, man. It's like a Porzingis effect. Blocking shots, hitting threes, being a mismatch on defense because you try to put a small on him because he's out there on the 3-point line and he just goes in, posts him up, or he just drives on him and it's like easy layup over top of him because he's so tall and so long. So yeah, it's he's definitely a cheat code when he's healthy and when he's playing well.
Yeah, so I think we already thought the series was over. Last night was our best chance of getting a game. Now Ja's already ruled out for game 4.
Yeah, about to say Ja's out for sure. Yeah, bring the rooms out. Sweep time in Memphis, man. Jaren Jackson wants to, prove that he's worth anything. Win a game, bro. It's game 4. Y'all have nothing to play for. Nothing to lose here. Go out there and just play freely and get a game, bro.
This is the NBA. We always say a superstar or a star player can get you one game.
Yep.
They can get you one game. So yeah.
Get a game, Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's see it, man. Let's see it.
Second Western Conference game before we move on to the more competitive game of the night. Clippers, Nuggets. Clippers handle business.
Routing them. Crazy, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Clippers have the ability to win a championship this year, bro. If Kawhi stays healthy and they continue to play like this, I will not be surprised one bit if they wind up in the finals. And once you get there, anything can happen if Kawhi stay healthy. And James is playing the way he's playing too. Because James is playing lights out, bro. And Zubac, they have that big three of James, Kawhi, and Zubac is a problem, bro. A fucking problem.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Boston will come out. Even though Jason injury, Boston come out of the East. I think they match up well with Boston.
And they do.
So I think that could be a interesting series. If that were to happen, we'll pick it when it comes, when it sees. But that will be entertaining finals for sure. But at the end of the day, they're still the Clippers. I said we know they play good. They're still a little brothers of LA.
I'm just not expecting a good. So I'm expecting something to happen. I'm expecting. I hope, God forbid, an injury, but I'm expecting something Clipperish to happen. I'm just expecting it to happen, bro.
They lose. If they lose, I want them to lose on the court. I don't want them to lose because Kawhi get hurt again.
Yeah. I don't want to see injury. I want to see something happen where it's just Clipperish, where it's probably gonna. I just feel it happen. I feel it coming, bro. Maybe not this round, but next round for a very Clipper like thing happening to them.
Do Nuggets get another game in your opinion?
I think they get one more. Just out the chance of Jokic. I'm just gonna get him to try to give them one more. Only hope they have him though, man.
Okay, and honestly, crazy to say, bro. They was missing. I mean, the game was. I said it was almost pretty much over, but once Russ went out, bro, like that even showed more the lack of depth they have.
Yeah, it was like, damn, what y'all been doing the last few years? Y'all used to be a somewhat deep team. Y'all just all y'all depth is just gone. Like it's scary over there.
So Jokic deserves better.
He does.
Something's going to happen. It's going to have to happen. We'll see, but
yeah,
I think the Clippers got the series in the bag, though.
Oh yeah, I think they definitely are strongly in the driver's seat. I think they win next game and go up 3-1. I think Denver gets game. Would it be game 5?
Mm-hmm.
I think LA winning in 6.
See that happen. I can see that happening. And then last we got the most competitive game of the night. Man, I thought it was about to be another Malice in the Palace Part 2 as many times.
Man,
they stopped to review this shit.
Crazy game. Very, very physical game. I like it though. I ain't gonna lie. I love it.
That's playoff basketball. Love it. Knicks Pistons game 3. Crazy game. That's a very physical game.
Very physical game.
Knicks did. They did what they had to do. Game 3 came in and regained a home court.
Go back home court, man. Shout out Cat, bro. We called Cat out on Wednesday's show, and I asked y'all who thought it was, and we all gave a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
But Cat came out with some more assertive. They Jalen Brunson and the team did a better job of getting him the ball in his spots, and coaching staff did a better job of making sure he got the ball. And he came out and balled out. So shout out to Cat. He's also in the middle of some scuffles. You know, he made sure he was there for his teammates. So trying to bring them toughness, but it still didn't look tough to me, man. Every time he was in there, I was like, bro, no one thinks you're going to do anything, Cat. Nobody's scared of you. You're the biggest guy on the court. Nobody's scared of you, bro. Like nobody's scared of you. You're just
now, what do you think that was? Do you think that was Cat saying I need more touches, or you think that was just the coaches like we need Cat more involved?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think the coaches heard the noise, so I don't think Cat had to say too much. But I think also probably too, he probably was like, man, you look at the back score, bro. I had like no shots in the second half. What's going on here? So I don't think he had to say too much, but he probably went to one of his assistant coaches like, man, come on, man, I ain't giving the ball. Like, we got you. Don't worry about it. We don't talk to Tibbs. We'll get a game plan together for you. We got. Don't worry about it. So yeah. What do you think about that last second? That free throw that Jalen Brunson shot, and the clock start going before they even touch the ball. You see that shit?
I missed that.
It was 0.5 seconds left. They're up 2. No, they're up 3. The Pistons had no timeouts left.
Right.
So Jalen Brunson is like, should I miss it? Should I make it? What's going on? He's looking at the bench. The bench is like, miss it. And then his dad's like, make it. So everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? So he misses it. He misses it off the background. The ball goes up in the air, but the clock starts. The buzzer goes off. It's 0.5 seconds left. Half second.
Okay.
And everybody's like, what the fuck? So I mean, yeah, like the Pistons had no chance to really get a rebound or shoot it. Half second left, but still they could have Like why did the clock go out? You know, and then they end up getting the Pistons at the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, okay. I seen that because then they was reviewing it for the longest. Like, did Cade just throw it straight out of bounds or something? I was like, what are they reviewing?
Yeah, Cade and throwing straight out of bounds. After
okay, yeah, I did see what led up to it though. Yeah, bro. At that point, bro, it's just weird. Just fucking make the free throw.
Yeah, I would just made it went up 4 and they would have had no chance to do anything.
Yeah, like just make the fucking free throw.
Like they had no timeouts. I guess they didn't want to get them a chance to like throw a full court pass and then do like a little, catch and shoot off or some bullshit. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It definitely was some fishy business going on there inside the arena. But they do use neutral scorekeepers for these games, apparently, is what they said. So I don't know.
I guarantee that. I guarantee these neutral scorekeepers probably still live in Detroit, live in town.
Yeah, like because that definitely benefited the Pistons because they had a chance to get the ball out of bounds instead of getting the ball off the rim. So
they could say,
I don't know. It's crazy. I thought it was a little bit of maybe a conspiracy going on there, but hey, maybe just fuck ups do happen. People do fuck up. So I don't know.
But I do think this, even though Cap balled out last night, I do think this series is far from over. I do think Detroit. I do think Detroit wins game 4 and they go back to Garden tied 2-2.
Yep, I agree with that. I see Detroit winning game 4 as well. They played a good game still. They're missing they're still missing Isaiah Stewart. So I think when they get him back out there, I think that'll help him out a little bit more. They're playing Paul Reed in his spot. Paul Reed's, he's good, but he's not Isaiah Stewart is more so just a bully player, but he still is. He still gets rebounds, he still gets put back, shit like that. He still helps out on the end of the game a little bit. So getting him back will help. I don't know if he's going to come back to the series, or I'm not even sure what happens. What injury he's going on.
So right now they have him projected it. Now they already ruled him out against what else?
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with him and see if he comes back this series or not. But they definitely need him back out there, help out on the glass because Cat was going hard on the glass last night.
Facts. And then also Tobias Harris. I mean, you didn't show, bro. Like you show up on the road, then you get back home and
you get back home and just nut up, bro. Come on, what's going on? What's going on? Supposed to be the other way around.
Right. So we'll see. But like I said, I think that series is still going. I still got the Knicks winning, but I still think that series is going 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think what I picked? I picked the Knicks in 7. So yeah, you picked Knicks 7 too. I picked Knicks in 6. So yeah, I'll pick the long series, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
All right, I'm trying to hold off. I'm trying to hold off real quick. I know the Browns on the board. Draft start. They got 4 minutes, so they got to put the pick in. I'm trying to hold off and try to see what they take.
Anything else? I see 2 minutes ago. Got a Bleacher Report that said the Raiders are considering Shadeur. Said Las Vegas has a legitimate possibility of landing QB in the second round. We talked about that. I think that's the best landing spot for him. Hopefully that happens for him. Hopefully the Browns do not pick him. I'm ready to trade the Browns right now. Trade the Browns and you pick up Shadeur. Calling it now.
Man,
I don't have my TV on here, so I'm not even watching the draft right now. I have a TV on, so I'm living vicariously through T.
Yeah, so I'll keep you updated for as long as we ain't gonna be here too much longer, but at least
at least this first pick is over. We'll stay on here and they'll see what's going on. Let's see if any of the headlines are going on, man.
I do want to give shout. I think that's it's crazy that not crazy. I think shout out to Warren Moon, man. He gave Cam Ward the blessing.
Yeah, dope.
He get to wear that number 1.
I did see that. He came out there during his press conference and. We got surprised for you. He came out there with the jersey and everything. He was like, "Oh shit!" He was, that was definitely a dope moment. It's good to see that. I wouldn't even want to wear it. I'd be like, I want to wear it, but I definitely would because he gave you your blessing. So you got to wear it now. But I still feel weird. Like I don't want to wear this shit, man.
Yeah, that's too much pressure for that young man.
That's a lot of pressure, man. Pressure, bro. Like even if you think you're gonna be a beast, like I don't want to. I'm gonna let him be him. Let me be me, man. Let me start my own legacy here. I want to have my own number up there with next to his. I want to have his number next to his number. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to have my own number. Okay, by the way, Dr. Barry in here. We have him here Wednesday too. Shadeur is so bad, he said he'll be good clipboard holder. Retired jersey. That's funny.
All right, the pick is in. Just waiting for him to come in. But I was about to say, because we were on the air. We was on air when it happened. What did you think of the Jimmy Butler injury? I told y'all about it, but you didn't see it until after we got off air.
Yeah, unfortunate, man. I don't know. Did it look like it was on purpose to you? I don't think it was on purpose.
Everybody trying to say, and honestly, I don't think Draymond even pushed Thompson into him either. Like,
it definitely was a little bit of push, but I don't think it was. I think he's maybe just lost his footing and kind of just lunged a little bit. But man, I don't think it was on purpose. It was definitely unfortunate that he, went down like that. Like it definitely hurt, man. Same way Steph went down when Steph hurt his tailbone earlier in the season. So happy he didn't fracture his hip though. It's also the same way that what's his name went down. Chet went down earlier this season. Chet had a fracture from that same shit. So luckily Jimmy didn't fracture his hip. They did imaging on his hip and saw it's just what they said, bone bruise.
A deep glute muscle contusion.
Yeah, so basically you got an ass muscle contusion. So it definitely probably don't feel good walking and trying to, push off of that leg. I can only imagine how that hurts, right? So yeah. I hate to see it, but it definitely helps the Rockets out.
The pick is in. The first pick is in for the Browns in the second round. It is not Shadeur Sanders.
Damn,
they went linebacker out of UCLA.
Okay, hopefully it means Prime made that call. Hopefully Prime made that call and said, "Yo, don't do it." And they said, "Okay, you know what? We don't want him anyway. We don't want him anyway. How about that?"
Yeah. So,
so we'll see, man.
That last thing before I got going back to Jimmy Butler, real quick. If you're Jimmy Butler or if you're Golden State, all parties involved. Do you play Jimmy Butler tonight, or you give him the extra days of rest, knowing we're at home, and then hopefully bring him back for Game 4?
Yeah, I would give him some rest tonight. Unfortunate, but I would give him some rest and hope that Kuminga can give you. They went back to Kuminga. I had no choice.
shout out Kuminga for staying ready though, because like I said, I know he's mentally checked out. Like I said, he's ready to off season to get up out of Golden State for sure.
I saw a quote that said he said he hates when people tell him to stay ready because it irritates him. Like, just expect me to be ready. I'm gonna be ready. That's what he said. So he seems like he's tired of being in Golden State. That's what it sounds like. He's tired of fucking being there. He's fucking tired of being there. But yeah, shout out to him for being ready in that moment, being a professional. But yeah, I think they should give Jimmy Butler tonight off. They play tonight or tomorrow night, whatever they play.
Tonight.
Yeah, they should definitely give him tonight off. Let him rest.
All right, yeah, we'll no, actually I lied. Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Well, yeah. We'll see. Tomorrow morning when we wake up, we'll see how he's feeling. Give him treatment all day tomorrow. Game time decision. We'll see how he's feeling.
Yeah. So tonight was Celtics, Magic 7, Pacers and Bucks, and then Lakers, T-Wolves. Okay.
All right, man. We got Dr. Barry in there again. He said Deion coach of Cleveland next year. I don't see that happening. Don't see that happening. He said Shadeur might not even get drafted. What team wants a QB that's a diva? I mean, a lot of QBs are divas, so I wouldn't say that. I say that.
He'll definitely get drafted for sure.
Got teams waiting in line for Aaron Rodgers right now, so I don't know. Teams like divas, if you have talent, teams take you. I don't know, brother.
Yeah. All right, so we ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. We'll hop back on here either tomorrow or Saturday to react to where Shadeur ends up. Texans just made a pick for a wide receiver. So Tennessee's on the clock. So this is the last shot for a team in Pittsburgh to move up to possibly get Shadeur. I think if he does, I think he'll be in Cleveland. But we'll react to that either tomorrow or Sunday. Make sure you hit that notification bell on YouTube so you get instant notification when we go live on here. You just never know. Playoffs is every day. So, yeah, we popping up on here.
Yes, sir. And if you on X, you on Twitter, make sure you go over to YouTube and follow us. And if you're on X and watching this, make sure you follow us on X, man. Fuck with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like we always say, if y'all ever want to hop on the show, man, just DM the page and let us know y'all want to hop on the show. And
still Twitter us, man. Twitter. I keep saying it's Twitter. I saw X Man got on there. It's Twitter, man. Fuck X, Twitter.
But now, appreciate y'all rocking out with us always. Down to the wire, 513 Sports and Spirits Friday. For the good brother Fly Man Rand, Josh like Evan T-Turn Bland. We'll catch y'all say either tomorrow or Sunday for sure. But until then, y'all have a safe, blessed rest of the weekend. We out.
Peace.